Hello. So, Gypsy Rose Blanchard was released as of December 28th. Currently, and before she was released, it was kind of debated on social media, like how that was gonna work. She has a social media presence now, but weirdos are harassing her. So, basically, Gypsy Rose was released December 28th. She really wanted to go to a sports game to see Taylor Swift, and they basically told her no, and then they made her leave the state because of security reasons. Was either football or basketball. I don't care about Taylor Swift. Gypsy does, and I respect her for that, but I personally do not. But yes, she was released. People were debating like how this woman who hasn't been on the internet since 2014 and before then wasn't really allowed on the internet other than, Christian dating websites, was going to react to the change in social structure and things. And y'all need to leave her the fuck alone. Like, don't get me wrong. I followed her on Instagram. I want to see what she's up to. But, like, stop saying weird shit. Stop comparing her husband to her mother. Her mother's dead. Her mother's dead. And although, she did ultimately decide to do that, I feel like it's still weird to bring up, like, someone's dead relative. You know what I mean? Like, it feels very disrespectful. And I don't think that Dee Blanchard should be respected in any way, shape, or form, but I think that Gypsy should. Stop saying weird shit. I remember when this happened, I remember watching The Act, and then you can hear my cat in the back, it's fine. And then I also remember watching, I watched Mommy, Dead, and Dearest, which gives a more, like, transparent look at Dee Blanchard as a person. When she died, nobody wanted her ashes. Like, they didn't want anything to do with her. So I think that kind of shows what kind of a person she was. But I am really excited. Gypsy Rose, is actually tomorrow. This is being filmed January 4th, Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday the 5th. She is getting a Lifetime series called The Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose. And it's 6 episodes. Me when I don't know how to count, 6. 2 episodes are released Friday, and then 2 episodes Saturday, and then 2 episodes Sunday, which means I'm gonna have a lot to do this weekend, because I do really want to hear her side of the story. I am a believer that she was the victim in this situation. I don't think killing is okay, but I will say when you get to the point where your teeth are being removed and you're getting surgeries that you don't need, and you're being forced to not walk, I can't even imagine the, like, development, like, in terms of development, how not being able to walk could have, like, stunted her growth, like, as a human being. Like, not her growth, like, growth, but, like, her growth, like, movement, if that makes any sense. Your childhood is so important in terms of, like, those are your formative years. So I just think that her spending those in a wheelchair, and I know that originally, I think she got into, like, a motorcycle accident or something, and there, like, was an issue, and then Dee like, just kept going with it. I also am very excited for Released, which is Conversations on the Eve of Freedom, which is a biography that you can't even see that. There we go. I'm planning on buying this on my Kindle, like my Kindle Unlimited app. I think it's really messed up that Gypsy Rose Blanchard spent all of her adolescence and like young adulthood being trapped by her mother, and then she spent an additional 7 years being locked in jail. But it is interesting that she talks about how she felt more free in jail compared to being under her mother's care. All I'm saying, leave that woman alone. Let her be. I don't think she fully grasps internet culture yet, because it's been a little bit. It's been like 7 years, and even before then, I don't know how tech savvy she was. I know that her mother was limiting that. So yeah, I saw a bunch of people making fun of her, and it's like, just leave her alone. This is a bamboo straw, by the way. It's not like a disgusting, nasty brow. Like, no. If this was clear, I would hurl. If it was a clear straw and it got that dirty, this is a bamboo straw. It comes that color. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. I do plan on maybe making, depending on like what is up with the docuseries and the book, I do plan on watching / reading both of those, and I would like to make a follow-up video if there's like a lot of, it's told from her perspective and we haven't really heard it from her perspective yet, so I feel like I'll probably have a couple different opinions. But yeah, I'm glad Gypsy Rose Blanchard is free. I support her. I think that she was the victim in this situation. And I saw somebody else mention that if Dee Dee hadn't died via Gypsy, then Gypsy would have died via Dee Dee. And I kind of thought that that just like summarized very well. Murder isn't good, but I do think that the killing of Dee Dee Blanchard was self-defense on Gypsy's part. Anywho. Yeah, that's about it for now. I hope you have a nice day, and goodbye.